This is a just started to move. This is just started to move. This is just started to move. Okay, started to move. So COP, all this, okay, CVX, COP, XOM, HAL. Okay, so all these are the a bigger oil and gas company. The smaller oil and gas company might not be suitable for everyone. Okay, something like this. Okay, so all these are smaller oil and gas companies. They also move faster. Okay, they also move faster. But anyway, we tend to, it doesn't really matter which stocks you are in, but overall, this is the sector that is working right now. Okay, this is the sector that is working right now. Okay, so question here is this. Okay, question here is this. Some people will ask, yeah, this stock already go up. Okay, this stock already go up. Can we look for something that haven't go up? Okay, so this is the question that everybody is asking, right? Oh, this stock already go up. Okay, can we look at stocks that haven't go up? So the idea here is those stocks that haven't go up, there are many of them. Okay, there are many of them. So the one that goes up is the minority. Okay, this minority. So over here, the idea here is this. Okay, the idea here is in the market, there are like, many stocks here. Okay, there are like thousands and thousands of stocks. The one that is going up are the minority, are the 10%. The one that is falling, the one that's not moving, is the 90%. So for the 90%, okay, these are the stocks that is usually like this, sideways, haven't go up. Okay, so for you to catch something that haven't go up, actually, is pretty easy. Okay, there's many stocks that haven't go up. But for you to find something that is on the way going up, okay, on the way going up, right? These are the minority. These are the 10%. We call it the uptrend. Okay, this is a sideways. This is a downtrend. Okay, this is downtrend. So we are looking for this 10%. Who is in the 10%, and which one, which sectors. Okay, and so far you can see that oil and gas is one of them. And if you're talking about non-oil and gas, non-oil and gas, okay, non-oil and gas, right? Okay, one of them is this what we call gold. Okay, so gold stocks, gold miners, some of them, they are moving up. Okay, moving up and moving up steadily. So this is Newmont. Okay, Newmont is one of the top gold miner. And if you look at some others, it's a bit difficult. So overall, if you are looking at a ETF, GDX, okay, GDX is the gold miner ETF. Okay, so gold miner ETF is also climbing up slowly. Okay, so one thing here is this: if the stocks have this pattern, right, then I will like it even more. Okay, that means this low point is higher, and this low point is higher than the previous low, so it's the higher low. So this is like a very tight consolidation. This is a very nice consolidation. Okay, so this move is also just started. So if you ask me for Q2, right, Q2 so far, still commodities is leading. Okay, still commodities is leading. So what do we need to do? We need to have commodity stocks. Okay, so we need to have some commodity stocks, and that is something we need to position into. Okay, position into. So the other type, right, another type of stocks, right, okay, like this one. This one is really, really rare. Okay, this is like a medical, okay, medical stocks. So you can see that medical stocks like this, okay, and if you see this Amerisource, okay, these medical stocks, right, they are also moving. Okay, they are also moving. So this is what Cardinal Health, this is Amerisource, okay, Amerisource Virgin Corporation. This is McKesson. Okay, so these are the stocks, right, that nobody really talk about. Okay, nobody really talk about, but they are much steady. Okay, and these sectors is also something that healthcare sectors is something that a lot of people didn't really look into it. Okay, so over here, from here, I can see that the sector is moving because there's these 4 stocks. Out of the 4, there's 3 stocks is moving together, moving in tandem. Okay, so medical equipments. Okay, these are some of the smaller sectors that is actually also non-commodities. Okay, and moving. Right. So previously, if you join us in our previous this Zoom meeting, right, we talk about drugs manufacturer. So drugs manufacturer, right, that means medicine. Okay, they are pulling back, but overall they are strong sectors. Okay, previously, so Eli Lilly is pulling back, ABV is having this pullback. We don't know where they are going, but I will say once they pull back like this, it probably need some time to kind of like stabilize, and then they'll move up again, maybe, right? So over here you can see Pfizer. Okay, Pfizer also having a pullback, so it probably needs some time to stabilize, and some of these these vaccine stocks, they are also having this pullback. Okay, they're also having this pullback. So overall, the drugs companies, they are having this like a sideways movement. Okay, so in other words, okay, right now you want to stick to the steel, stick to the gold, stick to the oil, stick to the coal. Okay, these are the stocks that is really strong right here. Okay, so later I'll answer some of your questions if you have. Okay, but meanwhile, let me just move on to the Singapore market. Okay, shall we? Okay, so let's move on to Singapore market. So Singapore market, right, also do the same thing. So we screen SGX, and over here you can rank, okay, with value, or you can rank with power. Okay, so if you rank with power, okay, you get the most aggressive stock. Okay, so most aggressive stocks you can see here is also coal, and Samudera Shipping is marine. Okay, marine. So marine stocks, okay, shipping stocks, they are actually the strong sector right now. Okay, so as long as the commodities is increasing in price, this shipping will have a good spillover kind of effect, right? So Samudera Shipping is still one of the strongest. Of course, this kind of stock is probably not for long-term investment. Okay, not for long-term investment. It's like up very quickly, and when it come down, it might come down quickly as well. Okay, so over here, Geo Energy is coal. Okay, is coal. Okay, so there is a difference between how you enter. Okay, so when you enter, right, when you buy, right, the best is to buy when there is a pivot point. Okay, when there's a pivot point. So now, of course, it's not a very good time to get in. So the good time to get in is where it consolidates. Okay, the good time to get in is where it goes sideways. So if it can go sideways, then you might have an opportunity. But if it doesn't, then it's not a good entry point. Okay, so a good opportunity is something like this. Okay, it goes sideways, and then it start to move again, right? Okay, so later on I'll share with you there's many stocks in Singapore that's having this consolidation. Okay, this consolidation. There's many of them. Okay, today we saw some of them. Okay, so over here, okay, one of them is, let's say, this Bumi Tama. So Bumi Tama, if you follow our previous Zoom meeting, okay, we talk about this consolidation is very nice. Okay, and then now, okay, now it start to move. So is this the end? I will say most likely it can move further. Okay, most likely it can move further, because usually, right, the longer it goes sideways, the higher it can move. The higher it can move. Okay, the longer it goes sideways, the further it can move. So by right, with this amount of consolidation, if everything goes well, okay, you should see something like, a big move, okay, not just these few days, okay, not just this. So by right, okay, by right, by left you have to put stop loss. Okay, so over here, First Resource also having a consolidation and not yet really having a very clear breakout. But this setup is not a very nice setup because it is a bit messy. Okay, that means this consolidation, right? Okay, is not very nice. Okay, it's not very like orderly. Okay, it's go up and down, so it's a bit messy. Okay, but however, okay, this kind Sembcorp, okay, this is a very nice consolidation. So it goes up, it goes smaller, it goes even smaller, and that is the point. Okay, that is the point. So in other words, currently, right, one of the thing here is to buy when things haven't moved. Okay, so far for Singapore market, if you buy when it haven't moved, you get paid when it moves. Okay, so this is what is working right now. When market is bad, maybe it's not working. This strategy is not working. But currently, it pays you. Okay, it pays you to get in 1 day earlier, 2 days earlier, before it moves. Currently, the market is like this, right? So if you buy on the uptrend, if you buy on the small candle, okay, on the sideway before breakout, okay, so you get in earlier, and you get payoff. So you can see that the market, okay, the market is paying people who actually enter earlier, like before it move sideways, small candle, okay, this is a kind of like 1 day before it move, okay, this is a, you get paid well, right? You get into a good position. So same thing over here, Sembcorp Industry, same thing over here. This is a Golden Agri. So Golden Agri had a very nice consolidation. Okay, if you enter before the move, okay, or enter early, you get paid well. Okay, so this is one of the stocks that haven't moved, right? So right now, Keppel Corp is having a consolidation. Okay, having a consolidation. So it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. Okay, so will this break out? Okay, that is the question. That's the question mark. Okay, so over here, I will say that as the trend goes steeper, you probably want to have a smaller stop loss. Okay, have a smaller stop loss. That means, if things doesn't goes well, okay, make sure that you put a stop loss, closer to the current price. But if things goes well, then okay, hopefully it spike up like how it did previously. So Keppel Corp is one of the strongest stocks right now. Keppel Corp is also having a small candle. A small candle means that the big players are still in control. Okay, so small candle means the big players are still in control. Okay, so when you see a big candle, then it's not a very nice setup. Okay, so Capital Invest, okay, CapitaLand Invest, okay. So this one is in a consolidation, but the candle is big. Candle is big. So if you can move sideways some more, have a smaller candle, then that is good. Okay, otherwise, so far it seems like it break the flag pattern. Okay, so far today, right, it seems like a breakdown of a flag pattern. Okay, so besides that, okay, Yang Zhejiang, some people will ask Yang Zhejiang is having a corporate action, having a dividend on 22nd. So basically there will be some change in the price. Okay, there is some adjustment. So this one is a bit complicated. Okay, so we don't know how it will turn out to be, but let's monitor after the X entitlement. Okay, so other than that, SIA is setting up. Okay, SIA Engineering, not SIA. So SIA Engineering, right, if can continue to go sideways, okay, then this is a very nice, again, another flat pattern. Okay, is potentially a good consolidation breakout. So you can see the overall Singapore market, okay, there are quite many stocks that is doing this setup. Okay, so some stocks that we never mentioned, like Propnex. Propnex is also having this consolidation, small candle, okay, So will this turn around? Will this break $1.88? So this one, you got to monitor, okay, because you can see that overall Singapore market, okay, there's another one, it's called APAC Realty. Okay, APAC Realty. Okay, so this is a small consolidation, right? So this is something like this Bumi Tama, something like, you remember this pattern? Okay, this pattern, it goes like sideways, 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 and then it break out. So I will say that this APAC Realty, okay, is having a very nice looking chart. Okay, a very nice looking setup right here. Okay, very nice looking setup. So so if you can see the system is blue color, it means it's uptrend. Okay, so during the uptrend, if you can see that it is consolidating, going on sideways, then this is a setup. Okay, a setup. Okay, so usually this setup, okay, breakout. If you break up, if you move up, then you have a strong momentum. So we always like to look at things like this. There's some like tightening of the trend, and that is how how breakout actually works. So over here, it seems like it is doing its job. Okay, it seems like this is a nice looking setup. Okay, so how to find this kind of setup? Okay, you can screen short-term blue arrow. Short-term blue arrow. Okay, so this short-term blue arrow, if let's say I put down like a lower setting. Okay, lower setting. Okay, so if I put down a lower setting, then you can see, okay, you can see that some of the stocks, they are having this kind of like a setup. Okay, a setup. So okay, so this is the pattern. So First REITs also kind of like having this consolidation. APAC Realty having this consolidation. Hatton Land is no volume. The rest no volume, so the rest no need to see. Okay, so for the past few days, is there any other stocks? Past 5 days. Okay, so for past 5 days, you can see that some of these stocks, they are having this we call it like a blue arrow. Okay, this blue arrow. So some of these stocks, they're having this like a blue arrows, some setups. Okay, like Jaffa is also having this setup, right? So this pullback, consolidation, okay, setup. So Golden Agri also having this setup. So you can see that overall market, there are many stocks having these setups, which means we are in a kind of like bullish sentiment and having a pullback. Okay, having a pullback, which means if the market is bullish, then we can continue to break new high and we have another run. Another run means like this. Okay, this is a tightening. This is a blue arrow, and a correct run is something like this. This is like a good run. Okay, a good run. So if you can see hourglass tightening some more, okay, and consolidate smaller and smaller, and breakout. Actually, there is still opportunities in these stocks lah. Okay, so a lot of stocks is tightening. Okay, so the only what we call things that we are concerned, okay, is the bank. Okay, is the bank. So STI, right, is led by the bank. So you can see that DBS is all very weak. Okay, DBS, UOB, okay, UOB is very weak. Okay, so do you need to be worried about all these stocks? Okay, I will say that usually the banks, right, okay, when they drop, it seems like it's an opportunity. Okay, so most of the time when it drop, it's an opportunity. Okay, when it drop, there's an opportunity. So right now, okay, we are in the situation where almost anytime, opportunity might occur. Okay, so if you are a bank stocks investor, okay, not trader, investor means you can hold one. Okay, you can hold one, right? Okay, the opportunity is almost here. Okay, it's almost here. So we are into a oversold region already. Okay, we are into oversold region, and the bottom signal might appear any time. Okay, so DBS, UOB, OCBC, you can see that if you can go lower and turn around anytime, it could be like a bottom. Okay, OCBC, anytime it could be a bottom. So let's wait for the bottom to turn around. So the stock chart need to be up for 1 day or 2 day closing, okay, close positive for 1 day or 2 day to show the bottom. Okay, to show the bottom. So in other words, bank stocks, okay, is almost setting up for a bottom signal. Okay, so now it's on the left side. So if you can turn around for 1 day, or having this good positive day turn around, then that will be the bottom day. Okay, that will be the bottom day. So over here, bank stocks, okay, that is for people who can hold, okay, people who like to buy banks. So if you don't like to buy banks stocks, then then this is just for your info, just for info. Okay, so overall, currently, okay, we have like we call it, right, we have like 2 strategies, right, for Singapore. So one type is those stock, we call it like the growth strategy, the aggressive strategy, the buying those stock that is on the uptrend. Okay, so all these uptrend, okay, we want to either buy when the candle is very, very small, or we buy when the candle break new high. So over here, you can see this Samudera Shipping, we need to break new high. Keppel Corp need to break new high. This Apex Realty need to break out. Breakout means move up 2%, move up 3%. Then that is considered a successful breakout. So now it's still in a very kind of like a sideways movement. But the good thing, if you think about it, okay, if you think about it, how come the STI drop? This one never drop. Okay, so if you think like this, right? Okay, how come some of these stocks they never really drop? Actually, they are telling you that these are strong. Okay, these are strong. Okay, these are strong. So some of these stocks, right, they are considered the strong stocks. Okay, they're considered the strong stocks. Okay, so over here you can see that the market is paying off people who buy before it moves. Okay, before it moves. So you can see that the small candle, if you enter and you wait, seems like right now it's more positive than negative. Okay, it seems like it's more positive than negative. So overall, Singapore market is strong. Okay, it's stronger than US. Okay, I will say that it's stronger than US. US is not an easy market right now. Okay, it's not an easy market. Only the oil and gas, all this, and anytime things might change. So we don't know when the things will change. Okay, sector rotation will happen again. Okay. All right. Hey, you can hear the excitement in your voice. No, just analyzing. Okay, not really excited, but quite happy to see so many stocks having this we call it consolidation. Okay, so same thing. Apex Realty, go and study the history, how you move. Okay, and possible, this is like a cup and handle breakout, right? Okay, it's possible, right? Okay, will this session be recorded? This session is being recorded. So after the session, maybe tomorrow or the next day, we will post on the Wealth Hero. Okay, certain section. Okay, we will post on the Wealth Hero YouTube channel. Okay, all right. So that is for Singapore market. So same thing. The uptrend is the coal. Uptrend is those. Okay. Those stock that's uptrend, okay, you can use stage 2, you can use last trading day, you can rank it up with value, and you can see Sembmarine, Singtel, Sembcorp, okay, CapitaLand, Capital Commercial Trust, okay. So all these, they are not yet moved. It is uptrend, but at the resting zone. Remember what I say? It's an uptrend, resting zone. Uptrend, resting zone. Not every time it will be successful, but recently, these 2 weeks, seems like they look for those stocks that never move, then suddenly, it moves. Okay, it seems like this, right? So it's better to, sometimes it's better to buy before it move lah. Okay, sometimes lah. Okay, so there's quite many of them didn't really move yet. So even SGX, okay, so SGX also having this setup. Okay, so it's up and then it's sideways, so it haven't really moved yet. Okay, but do remember, right? STI is falling today, but SGX never dropped. Okay, so just compare, right? If you look at STI actually, is weak, right? Today is weak, but SGX didn't really drop. So all this, even Genting Singapore is pulled back, but it's still at the so-called not yet move kind of a scenario. So if it's have a positive day, not yet move, it is still something to watch. So in other words, Singapore market seems like quite strong. AEM having a positive day today. Okay, seems like it's actually quite strong. So all these are setting ups. Okay, so ComfortDelGro is also setting ups. Setting up means, it's like standby mode. Okay, standby mode. Okay, so you can see a lot of them are on the standby mode. Okay, so even I think Suntec REITs also, okay, still uptrend. Okay, so there's many, okay, quite many opportunities in the Singapore market. Okay, so in other words, we are in current market, right? Current market. Okay, for me, I try to look for stocks that haven't moved. Okay, try to look for stocks that is uptrend, that haven't really moved. If it move too much, it's time to take profit. Okay, if it move too much, then you want to trim off some profit. Okay, so for US, if you see, like this one, it moved pretty much already. Okay, then it's not a good time to get in already. Okay, if you look at this one, AMR, it's not a good time to get in already. But if you give me this setup, right? Okay, give me this setup. So this will be a very nice entry point. Okay, a very nice entry point means it is setting up, it is uptrend, it is sideways, it is a small candle, and it's a strong sector. It's a strong sector. So if all this is aligned, then it is a good opportunities. Okay, so same thing for US. How do you find this kind of stocks? So use the short-term blue arrow, okay, and screen for, let's say, NYSE. So NYSE, okay, you can see some of the stocks. Okay, so this one is also kind of like pullback, just like the previous pullback, just like any of the previous pullback. Okay, there's a chance that from here onwards it might move. Okay, gold is nothing much. Occidental, this one a bit too popular, because Warren Buffett bought Occidental, right? So OXY. So Warren Buffett bought Occidental. I will say this stock is very overly exposed. Okay, very overly exposed. But however, okay, Berkshire Hathaway is having this consolidation. So Berkshire Hathaway is having this up, down, and okay, having this situation, right? Having this situation. So, so in current situation, you can see that this is the support level. Okay, this is support level. So it is setting up. Okay, building up a base. Okay, building up a base. So we want to look for this kind of situation. Okay, this kind of situation. Okay, so especially when it goes breaking up the higher top. Okay, this one is not perfect because it's slanting down. Okay, slanting down, have a lower high, but a better one is the one that breaking the high for 1 time, 2 time, 3 times. So this kind is a even nicer one. Okay, so how to get this software analysis chart? This one we'll talk about it later on around 15 like this. Okay, so meanwhile, if you got any other questions on the market, okay, you can also ask. Okay, so over here you can see that for Nasdaq and for NYSE, there's nothing much here. Okay, there's nothing much here. Okay, because yesterday already moved. Okay, yesterday already moved. Some of these they doesn't move. You know, I'm not sure it will move or not lah. But yesterday the market for oil and gas, for some of these like coal, all this, they already move. Okay, they already move. So the next one, okay, the next one, whether or not it will move or not, okay, we have to watch out in the market and see if there's any like setting ups again. Okay, so overall, okay, for the overall market, okay, still the same thing, okay, the same thing over here. Okay, just now we talk about oil and gas, talk about coal, we talk about metal, fertilizer. Okay, fertilizer, one of my best stocks, right, is IPI. So this is the best mover, okay, so far for the past 2 weeks. Okay, so these stocks also have a same pattern, right? Same pattern. Remember what I said now? Okay, so up, side, down, up, down, tighter and tighter and tighter. Okay, so a lot of people always ask how to get into this tighter zone, right? This blue arrow, short-term blue arrow. Okay, so if you can see short-term blue arrow for the past few days, and then you can see that there is still haven't moved. Okay, still small candle. Then these are the kind of stocks that you want to see, right? Okay, so Tesla. Okay, Tesla. Is Tesla setting up? Is Tesla setting up? The answer is actually yes, right? So Tesla has a pullback, just that the problem is the pullback is not very nice. Okay, without pullback, if it's setting up at a higher place, then it's nicer. It's nicer. So Tesla is actually setting up. Setting up means it is going like standby mode. Standby mode. Okay, so that's why I say if it breaks this low, you've got to be really careful. REGN, this one also setting up. Like this one also setting up. Okay, in fact, right, this one, right, on a bigger picture, okay, it is a huge consolidation over here. On a smaller picture, okay, on a smaller picture, over here is up, down, it's getting smaller and smaller. Okay, so previously, right, you also have this up, down, and breakout. Okay, so over here, this Regeneron is one of the best stock that is non-technology, there's non-oil and gas, non-commodities. Okay, it's a biotech, and this REGN is one of the leading stock. It's a leader. Like this is a leader. Okay, that means it's one of the biggest pharmaceutical or what company. One of the bigger one. One of the bigger one. And it's also one of the stronger one. Okay, VRTX. Okay, VRTX. There's no setup here. No setup here means you can only see. Okay, this is already running. It's already running. So how to get in? Okay, how to get in this kind of stocks? There's a bottom signal over here. Okay, there is a first blue arrow over here. Okay, so over here, just to share with some of you. Okay, so there is a few things over here. Number one is this. Okay, what stock to buy or watch? Okay, so this is the number one question. What stock to buy? What stock to watch? So number one question, right, is we use the screener. We use the screener. Okay, so use the screener. We use the ultimate bull. Okay, we use the top. Use the top 20. Okay, of the ultimate bull. So when you look at the top 20 of the ultimate bull, okay, so let's say you're over here, right? You look at the top 20 of the ultimate bull. So you screen NYSE, okay, you can already kind of like watch list many stocks, okay, that's on the ultimate bull. Okay, and that is how, right, how we get into like AMR, this AR. I missed this. Okay, I totally missed this one. Okay, I saw these stocks but never get in. Okay, never had a chance to get in. Okay, so these stocks, okay, have a blue arrow, have a blue arrow, have a, you know. So what do you need to do? You need to wait for another blue arrow. Okay, so ARCH, I got it. Okay, I got it because again, it had a very nice consolidation and then followed by a blue arrow over here. Okay, and still pull back for one more day before it moved. So IPI also same thing. There's a consolidation, so it's easier to get in. Okay, so from here, okay, you get the list. Okay, so the whole idea is try to focus on the top 20 and choose from within. Just try to rank with power, okay, rank with power and choose from the top 20, okay, and rank from within. Okay, so this one, right, just to show you something over here, okay, so this one, right, is one of my Thai student. So okay, so let me just share with you this thing. Okay, so this is his portfolio in April. So he bought this Ford, he bought this JTS, and during the time he's making 196%. Okay, he bought 130, and the time this stock is 360, 386, and after that, okay, these stocks JTS go up to 490. Then he mentioned top 10 ultimate bull, Mr. Andy, system very good. Okay, thank you, Mr. Andy. So over here, I want to share with you here is this, how he choose the stock and how he choose the stock. Okay, so let me just show you the stock again, just one more time. Okay, JPG Ford JTS. Okay, so JTS he got 270. So he get, okay, how he actually choose the stock. So what he do is he's use SET. Okay, SET is stock exchange of Thailand, and he rank with this power. Okay, he rank with power. So JTS, right, which is the stock that he have 276%. So this stock, okay, this stock is the champion of the year. Okay, it's the champion of the year. So this JTS is the one that, okay, he had 276%. 276%. So he bought at 130. So 130 is somewhere. Where is 130? 130 is somewhere here. Okay, so how did he get in? How did he get in? How did he get the stock at 130? Okay, how did he get the stock at 130? Because of the blue arrow. Understand? So you can see that this 130, okay, you can see that this, right, is at 130. Okay, so how you get in? You get in with the blue arrow, and this is one of the stock. So the other stock that he bought is Ford, F-O-R-T. Okay, F-O-R-T-H. F-O-R-T-H. So this stock he had like 16%. How much? 16% gain, right? He bought at 32 something, right? So 32 something is somewhere here, 32 something. So after that, for the next few days, you know, the stocks continue to go up. So it's a strong consolidation. It's on the uptrend, and that is how he get it, right? And followed by THG. THG is like this. Okay, THG is this one. So he got in with the blue arrow and hold through it, and followed by JSP. So JSP, this one never really moved yet. Okay, so I think he's not making money yet. Okay, he's not making money yet. So this one he's losing money. Okay, but again, how did he choose the stock? Okay, he choose from the list here. Is there any better stocks here? Okay, are there any better stocks? Okay, so the answer is probably yes, right? Okay, there are still better stocks. There are, you know, stocks that is even stronger, but he did not get it. He did not get it. Okay, so over here, that is how we choose, right? So same thing. Okay, same thing when we look at Singapore market. Okay, we rank based on the power. We look at, you know, what are the stocks that we can, okay, accept. Okay, can we accept? Okay, what are the stocks that we can accept? So if you you know, if you can accept this stock, okay, then of course you can also trade these stocks, right? But sometimes you say, hey, this one too low volume, this one what? So you can use a volume filter, okay, a value filter to filter it out. So let's say Singapore, I put value as 0.5. Okay, so that means 500,000 transacted value. So I rank it with that power, then I can get a list, and this list, top 10, top 20 is the list that I want to focus. Okay, this top 10, top 20 is the list that I want to focus. So Samudara Shipping, Golden Energy, Joe Energy, Bumi-Tama, First Resources, Sembcorp Industry, Keppel Corp, okay, CapitaLand, and so on, right? So with this, it simplified the stock selecting process. Okay, so same thing. If you talk about NYSE, okay, same thing. You know, you rank it up, and you can see that there are some marine and shipping stocks that we seldom see, right? So of course these are no setups because they are not small candles. So these are no setups. So we can put them in the watch list. Okay, still dynamic. There's a setup here, but seems like just missed it. Because what is a setup? A setup is a pullback. A setup with a blue arrow. A setup is a pullback. A setup with a blue arrow. Okay, a setup is a pullback, blue arrow. So you just missed it, right? Okay, so Costco Wholesale. Okay, Costco Wholesale. This one, is there a setup? Okay, is there a setup? The answer is yes. Okay, there is a setup here. Okay, there's a setup here. So Costco Wholesale, you know, is setting up. So if the next few days still continue to sideways, wow, it's even better, right? So over here, this is like, you know, setting up, okay, going on a sideways. So if you can go sideways, go up, go sideways, go up, go sideways, you know, there is a chance that they will move, right? So Dollar Tree, okay, no setups, already moving. Okay, Paycheck, is it setting up? Okay, is it setting up? So from the list here, okay, from the list here, you can get into steel, you can get into oil and gas, you can get into marine shipping, you know, you can get into you know, some stocks, okay, but seems like even the Nasdaq, you know, do not have like kind of like technology stocks here. So what you want to do is you want to focus on the stocks that is right now on the uptrend. So drug manufacturer, okay, is there a setup here at AZN? Is there a setup here? Okay, is there a setup here? Okay, there is a setup here, right? But I think this is a Europe stock, so it gaps up and down. It's an ADR. Okay, so it's not a very nice looking chart, right? Okay, so that is the thing. That's the thing. So how to get in, how to get out? Okay, there's also a few strategy. Okay, so just now I show you the one, right? Is following this blue arrow, which requires a pullback. So what if, okay, what if stock, right, there's no pullback? So for stock, you can use a top signal breakout. Okay, top signal breakout. So top signal, this is a new strategy. Okay, it means that this is a resistance. So when the stock move above the resistance, you can use it as an entry point. You can use it as an entry point. Okay, so what we do here is we can use like top signal, okay, and we can look for, you know, stocks that potentially break out from the top signal. Okay, so this is a resistance. So you put an alert somewhere here. Okay, so if we move sideways and break this high, you know, this could be a strong momentum uptrend. Okay, so same thing if you put 5 days ago, okay, you can see that some stock that's really a top here, but you know, they might have some stock that really break out. So some of these is setting up, okay, it's setting up, like haven't really break yet. So we can put an alert. Okay, if you break out, then this is a nice looking chart. Okay, for because Nasdaq, there's nothing much here, okay. But for NYSE, I think they probably have pretty much more, right? Okay, much more stocks that is having this setup. Okay, so you can see that this is setting up. This is a extra space storage. Okay, extra space storage is a REITs. Okay, it's a REITs. So REITs is actually one of the strong sector. So over here, okay, EXR, this kind, you want to put a stop loss. No, you want to put a alert. Okay, so if you break out, okay, that is a good sign. So I want to put this in my watch list. Okay, and public storage, this is also a REIT. Okay, so this one already break out previously, break high, and then still set up again, and seems like it is breaking up again. Breaking up again. Okay, so REITs are setting up. Okay, REITs are setting up. Okay, so a good breakout is something like this, right? So it have a orange candle, and then it move higher, and then it didn't move back. It didn't hit the stop loss. Okay, or maybe here you see an orange candle. Once it moved for many days. So this is a very good example. Okay, a good example. So you can see that some of them, once they break out, they have a good move. Okay, they have a huge move, and now this is a setting up again. So if you break up again, then that is a good move. Okay, good move. All right, so some of these stocks, they are setting up. Okay, they're setting up. So we can use the top signal to find those stocks, okay, that have resistance right now, and its potential to break into a new high quickly. Okay, so of course, what do you do here is usually you rank with power. Okay, so when you rank with power, you get the strongest stocks. So when you get the strongest stocks, you can actually kind of like it's more powerful. The trend is more powerful. All right. Okay. So overall, we are looking for stocks that having tight consolidation. So just make sure that you want to current market, okay, because it's really tough. Okay, that's why stocks with tight consolidation like this. Okay, like this is a FCX. FCX is a strong sector. It's in a metal and mining. Okay, so FCX, okay, if you can cross this high, if you can break $52, okay, this is also kind of like a set as a consolidation, breakout. Okay, so just watch some of these stocks lah. Let's watch some of these stocks. Okay, so over here we talk about a few things already. We talk about the market. We talk about the ideas about finding the stocks with uptrend. Okay, we talk about the screener. So the whole idea, right, is to save time. Okay, the whole idea is to save time to analyze. Okay, save time to learn. So over here, this is what we do. And okay, let me just share with you the strategy again. This is a strategy. Okay, so strategy, blue arrows, these are the trend. And the uptrend, blue arrows is up of the uptrend. And if you see subsequent blue arrow, these are the pivot point. Okay, they are pivot point. So again, big downtrend. Okay, the big downtrend usually comes with a red arrow. So when there's red arrow, that is the get out, right? So red arrow, this one, if you follow, you can actually avoid this big drop. And next thing is to follow the big players. So big players is this blue bars. So if you see these blue bars, you can see the smart money is inside. When you see green bars, these are the in the stock. Okay, so some people are asking about the stocks, right? So let me just move on first. Okay, so when you see smart money in the stock, you want to stay confident. Okay, if you don't see smart money, then don't be overconfident. Okay, so this is one of our students. This is Madam Heng. Okay, let me quickly share with you this this video. And meanwhile, you can put your Q&A in the chat or in the Q&A. I will answer and I will pick up some stuff to do some analysis. You can ask lah. Okay, ask in the.
让我回避了一个大的下降趋势，也让我能够拿着一只大牛股。例如，我用这套交易系统，我买了马股 Syscom， 价钱在1.1，我卖在2块。新加坡的 Innovalue， 我买2毛6，卖在7毛。我很庆幸我拥有这套交易系统，那它能让我轻松的在股市中操作。
Okay, so this is Madam Heng. Okay, so she's just a housewife. Say this system, right, is very simple because for her to study fundamental technical, right, is very difficult. okay, because of the language, right? But this system, you don't have to be good in English, don't have to be good in Chinese. Okay, it's easy for you to follow. So over here, this is the thing. Okay, somebody asked about Joe Energy. Okay, so Joe Energy, he said, do they have a big drop? Okay, is it something you want to feel concerned about? Okay, so over here, of course, a big candle down like this, okay, it's not very nice. Okay, it's not very nice, right? So the thing, following the system on the entry point, okay, entry point, when there's a drop like this, okay, you know, you are still in profit, then it's something not to be overly concerned. Okay, not to be overly concerned. So what we do here is we look at here, there's a smart money still there. Smart money still there. So which means this might be like a profit taking. So if you want to trim your profit, you can trim your profit. But if you want to hold midterm, you look at the trend. The trend still blue color, still survive. Okay, so the question here is, you want to take profit or not? Okay, take profit or not? So if you have profit, good profit, okay, if you enter here, you can consider to take some profit. But if you are holding for longer term, smart money is still, stock is still uptrend, still blue color, you don't have to be overly concerned, for at least for now. However, if you continue to drop every day, then ask yourself this question: if something this happen, do you want to get out or not? So or just hold through with the system. Okay, so smart money is still in, not too worried. If smart money disappear, then it's better you follow them to disappear. Okay, so Ford. Okay, Ford. Okay, so Ford. So Ford, what's happening here? Ford, right? Overall, okay, the trend is down. Okay, so for super trend, the trend is also down. Okay, so when trend is down, then of course, it's not a very good sign. Okay, so right now it is downtrend and then consolidating. So if anything happen, you got to be really, really careful. Okay, you got to be very, very careful on this. So so for now, right? Okay, this both the system, position trade and super trend is not looking very nice. Okay, for bottom, okay, so if you are catching bottom, what's the problem here? Okay, so far the bottom signal is not working. The bottom signal is not working as in helping you to catch bottom. So every time if this kind of thing happen, you can use the bottom signal, the low of the bottom signal, as a stop loss. Okay, use a low of the bottom signal as a stop loss. So imagine if it breaks below this low, you sell. If it breaks below this low, you sell. Okay, it will help you to get out for many times. Okay, so take the bottom signal. Okay, use the bottom signal as a stop loss point. Okay, stop loss point. Why? Because if this is the real bottom, then usually it don't break below the low of the bottom. So that means if this is the real bottom, the lowest point, then this stock, right, will not drop below the low. Will not drop below the low. Okay, so if it drop below the low, green color candle, then it is not the bottom, not the true bottom. Okay, so not the true bottom. So if you drop below the low. Okay, all right. Okay, so DBS, UOB, OCBC, I thought just now I already analyzed. Okay, DBS, okay, have a bottom here. Okay, so like what I say, bottom signal, okay, is a two-way strategy. Now, okay, we actually improve the strategy. Okay, so bottom, if is a bottom, is a real bottom. Okay, if it doesn't break the high, then it is not a real bottom. So the low, then this one, bottom fail. So which means very bad. Okay, very bad means usually it dropped 5 days straight down. Okay, so far it seems like it is a bottom fail, but for most people, this bank stock, right, is better to buy when it drops. Do you agree? It's better to buy when it drops. So over here, okay, it's a good opportunity when banks are falling. Banks are falling. So if it drop lower, when you see another bottom signal, okay, or if you don't see another bottom signal but it drop another 5 days, then actually, it is a good time for long-term investor to accumulate the bank stocks. So same thing DBS, same thing OCBC. Okay, same thing for UOB. Okay, so when there is a top signal, okay, if it doesn't break high, that means it's not a top signal breakout. If it break low, that means this is really the top. So you can follow the top signal to get out of the position. Okay, so in any case, when it break below the low, it's not a good sign. So over here it break high and then it break low. Then when it break low of the orange candle, that is where you want to get out. So when you go above the green candle, this is a bottom. That means this is the point again. So far there's no green candle yet, but any time can happen. Anytime can happen. Okay, so anytime if it reverse, then you might see a green candle. Green candle need to reverse, then you can see. Okay, so same thing, UOB is the same thing. Mapletree Industrial REITs. Okay, Mapletree Industrial REITs. Okay, so this system, if the stock is too sideways, right, we can't really do much. Okay, let's see Mapletree Industrial. Mapletree Industrial having a top short term, it is turning down, but overall midterm wise, it is setting up, and it is up. It's like a cup and handle pattern setting up. Smart money still in, nothing much to talk about. Okay, so if you can break the top signal, then it's a very good sign. So if you can break this high, okay, then it's a very positive move. Okay, very positive trend. Okay, so we talked about that already. All right, any other questions? Okay, any other question? Last one or last two questions? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. How to show volume? How to show volume? Volume, go to indicator on the left side. Okay, and you click on volume here. Scroll down, volume. Okay, so this is the volume. All right,